Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by the 2022 Indy Pro 2000 Series champion. And of course, it was announced a few weeks ago that he will be heading to Indy Lights. Well, winning the championship advances you there, but he'll be driving for Andretti Autosport next year in Indy Lights. That would be, of course, Louis Foster. How's it going, man?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Thank you.
So first off, talk about how winning the championship and, just having a dominant season from Indy Pro 2000.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good year in Indy Pro. We enjoyed great success. Interesting first year in the States, a lot to learn. Different to what I'd done in Europe, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure. So talk about just learning these cars, just learning these types of tracks. How was oval racing for you though?
A lot more tricky than I thought. Definitely there's a lot more that goes into it than meets the eye, 100%. I'm still learning, still trying to get a hold of how to best attack an oval. So I'm still not quite there yet, but no, I've enjoyed it.
So going into this, talk about how this kind of deal came together. Obviously, you won the championship. How did the deal come together with Andretti Autosport?
If I'm completely honest with you, I wasn't really involved in that side of things, so I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Just how it came together with you possibly going to Indy Lights and driving for Andretti.
I believe we started talking to Andretti probably mid-season time.
Yeah.
And then then signed obviously before Laguna Seca, and now we're here.
Yeah. So going to Indy Lights next year, obviously it's, obviously you'll race at a lot of the tracks that you've raced at, but obviously you'll have some new ones as well. How exciting is it to race, to be in Indy Lights next year and drive for one of the top teams?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's awesome to be driving for Andretti. It's a massive name, a big team. I feel a lot of responsibility on my shoulders to perform. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, hopefully putting the Andretti name back on the top step of the championship.
What was it like meeting Michael Andretti for the first time?
Yeah, it was cool. He's a nice guy. Get on with him.
Yeah. So do you have any, to talk about really just, you haven't been in the States for a year, of course, you're from the UK. What has it been like the transition from home to the States?
I mean, not as difficult as probably I would have thought, to be honest. I mean, America and England are pretty similar. The same language, very similar cultures.
Yeah.
It's not particularly hard to transfer. It's not as hard as someone who's coming from, I don't know, a different language speaking country or a different culture or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there are certain things you have to adjust to, but I managed to get a good base out here in Los Angeles, and I've enjoyed it. So yeah, the transition was pretty easy, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Los Angeles is a good town to go to. Have you are you thinking about maybe going to maybe a Rams game or something, or a Chargers game out there out at Self?
Rams is football, right? And Chargers is Chargers football as well?
Yes.
Maybe. I haven't looked into it. The first ever football game I watched was the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Because LA was playing it, all my friends were watching it, so I was like, oh, I might as well watch it but yeah, I mean, maybe it's interesting, the sport. I mean, I never really looked at it when I was in the UK because no one watches it in the UK, but yeah, maybe it's an interesting sport. It looks fun.
Yeah, it's the NFL is huge, obviously here, and of course the Super Bowl was in Los Angeles as well. So, is there any other sports that you're into? Obviously, racing is one thing, but are you into baseball, basketball, hockey, and all that?
Baseball probably not. Basketball a little bit. Hockey, yes, but not ice hockey. We don't do ice hockey in the UK. We do field hockey. So I did a bit of field hockey when I was younger, and then I also played quite a lot of rugby, which is basically NFL without the pads is the best way I can describe it if no one's seen rugby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I play quite a lot of that. So yeah, I mean, I watch other sports as well, but mainly I'm just focusing on racing. I've got enough on my plate already. So
Yeah. You a Premier League fan?
no, actually not really.
Really?
Yeah. No, everyone asks me, they're like, "Oh, who's your Prem team?" And I'm like, I don't really watch it, to be honest, mate.
No.
If I had to choose a team, Southampton, because it's the home team. But yeah, I'm not an avid football, soccer supporter. So
All right. Are you planning on going back to the UK at some point during the off season?
I was planning on going for Christmas, but I'm going back. Believe early October, so in like a week or two, for the Aston Martin Autosport BLEC Shootout Award. So I've got to go back for that and do some bits and bobs with Aston Martin and Mercedes. So I'll be doing that for the next month or so, as well as Chris Griffiths testing and Indy Lights testing and stuff like that. So yeah, quite busy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid few months for you, of course, going back to the UK and stuff. But you mentioned the Chris Griffiths test. Of course, that's the series-wide test for the lower series, Indy Lights, Indy Pro 2000, USF 2000, as well as USF Juniors. What do you want to take out of that test next month in October?
Well, I think it's gonna be my first day in the car, so it's gonna be a massive learning curve. I'm not expecting to go there and be first, P1, the whole day. I'm purely there to learn. Get used to the car, get used to the team more, get used to my engineer, work together, and just build good foundations for the race season ahead.
For sure. Track you're most looking for. I know the schedule's not out yet, but what's a track that you're most looking forward to next year?
I would say Toronto. We're not going to race there if it follows this year's schedule. I don't know. I think Road America will be a bit more fun in the Indy Lights car. In the Indy Pro car, the straights are a little bit too long for my liking. You just kind of sit there in sixth. So maybe in the Lights car, that track might be a bit more enjoyable. Straights feeling shorter and all, but looking forward to the street circuits, especially the new ones that haven't raced it this year. That'll be interesting. New challenge. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Yeah. What was it like winning a championship?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was great. I mean, it was a long time coming. I think I would say after Toronto, we kind of, I don't want to sound like egotistical. We kind of felt like we had it in the bag. As long as I didn't make a big mistake or the team didn't make a big mistake, as long as we all kind of just kept doing our thing, we'd have been fine. So yeah, it was kind of a once I'd won it, it was more of just kind of a box tick thing because I'd already, I had weeks to kind of think about it and prepare for it. But no, obviously it was really great. It shows the hard work that the team have done all year and the hours we put in. So I'm really, really proud of the team for working so hard alongside me. Without them and without all of our commitments as a team, my family, my manager, everyone, it wouldn't have been possible. So yeah, it was just great to get that hard work paying off, basically.
For sure. All right. Well, Louis Foster, thanks for taking some time to talk with us, and have a good off season, and good luck in 2023. I'm sure we'll have you on again sometime next year.
Cool. Thank you.